Hey there, it's Teresa here with today's 2-minute mystery message. You know, a lot of the people that I work with in my tribe go through life, especially when it comes to money or finances or struggling with finances, thinking that it's all up to them, thinking that they've got to do it or fix it or make things happen themselves. They're poster children for that phrase. I made this bed. I've got to, I got to fix it myself. And so what oftentimes happens for them, and for me, because I've done this, still do it sometimes, is they feel alone, they feel overwhelmed, they feel pressured. And in the face of all of that, they feel inadequate, sometimes hopeless or powerless. Segue to one of my mentors, Father Thomas Keaney, who just passed away at 95 a few months ago. He was one of the pioneers or founders of the centering prayer movement. And he has this video on YouTube where he's talking about living in the presence of God or the divine. And he says, sometimes one of the biggest blocks for our ability to live in the presence of God is the thought we have that God isn't present. That sometimes the easiest way to experience the presence of God is to recognize that God is present. And that's a pattern that I've fallen into, and the people I work with fall into when we're into, I've got to figure it out. I've got to make it happen. It's up to me. I have to do it. We forget that God, the divine, the source of life and abundance, is present here. We are not alone. And sometimes the very first, most empowering step we can take, and yet we forget. And faced with those challenges or obstacles or financial struggles, is to say, hey, I know you're here with me. Will you support me? Will you guide me? Will you show me the action there is for me to take? What can I do with you? Try it. I'd love to hear what happens. That's the end of my 2 minutes. See you tomorrow.